Hello, Susanna here from the Good Property Company. I'm filming for the first time with my new mics. I hope it works. Let me know whether the sound's good enough for you guys. So no more little clip-on mic for me. I'm in Brooklyn. I'm in America. I've had a fab holiday here, visiting my family and just hanging out in Manhattan. My son's going skateboarding with pros. He was super excited. He recognized the guys in the skate park, and then we met up every day. How delicious. And actually in a couple of weeks' time I'm going to Rio because my coach has made the Olympics. And do you know what, guys, I'm not saying this like in any fancy way because look, I'm dressed in running gear, I'm going to go running, but property made all this happen. You know, there was a number of years ago, I'm head of household, and I was head of household, and like I couldn't afford a new washing machine for my family. So to be able to just go to Portugal a couple of weeks ago, spend a couple of weeks in New York, and now I'm flying off to Rio in a couple of weeks, man, that's property. So, when it gets hard, just keep going. Right, I've been asked while I was here, they're making lots of noise up there, so do you know what, we're just going to chill out here. While I was here, I've been asked to make some videos based on what people have asked us. So a lot of them have been about starting from the beginning, what to do, what's important. One of the things, and you know me, I'm pretty straight speaking, pretty down to earth. I'm not going to, I'll show you, there's my running tights. Yeah, good luck, New York. This is one of those do what I say, not what I do. Because the reason we know some of this stuff is usually we haven't done it successfully the first time. We've screwed up or made a mistake, and then we've realised actually this is a better way of doing it. And I want to share that stuff with you guys so that you don't make all the mistakes that we made, and so you can go faster, you can be more successful, more efficient, and you know, in the nicest way, make more money and be wealthier. Good for you. So what did I not do on my first year? Didn't employ a bookkeeper. You know, when money is incredibly tight, cash flow is really tight, and you're thinking, well, I could do that myself. Well, yeah, you could. What are you saving, like £20 an hour? And you're saving a little bit of time to actually find the right bookkeeper. Oh my word. So at the end of the first year, Ash just sat there and laughed at me because I had an entire year's worth of accounts laid out in month order, and I live in... At the moment, I live in a converted factory, so it's one of those very long kind of living room, kitchen room, dining room things. And they literally were more or less laid out from one end of the room to the other end of the room, because it was every month, and then it was loads of accounts for every month. Let's say hello to the truck if you can see him. There you go. And it took me 3 days to make sure my accounts were in good order to submit them to my accountant. Now that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And so what happened for that whole year? Was I really knowledgeable, apart from just checking my bank account, about what was happening with my finances? No. Could I measure, the different departments and what revenue they were generating? No. Did I know where I was at, apart from checking the bank account? Which, of course, is not actually... it's one way of checking your business, but for heaven's sake, it's very... very simplistic and unrealistic, because you're not measuring what were my targets for a particular department or a particular item that I'm doing or a particular strategy that I'm doing. You just got one big mesh of everything, and that's useless, for measurement, and then for going, okay, that's working brilliantly, why did we do more of that? Okay, that's not working so well, so do we continue with it, or do we change it? Do we push it, or do we say, do you know what, game's a goner, that thing doesn't work, that's not good for us? So I wasn't just saving £20 an hour for a bookkeeper and the small amount of hassle of finding an amazing bookkeeper, and now we have an amazing bookkeeper. I was sacrificing the knowledge of how to run my business. And then 3 days at the end, sweating, with like 24 hours to go before you submit the accounts to the accountant. So number one hire, even if you can't afford it, is a bookkeeper. And I would suggest, and there may be other systems, I just don't know them, that you have an online electronic system. So we use XERO, which is XERO. What happens is it syncs with all of my bank accounts, and they come in automatically. So straight away, it's really efficient. So instead of our bookkeeper... Oh, look, see what I'm loving about New York is they're doing loads of renovations, and I have just walked about like so excited the whole time. So let's go past this renovation because I can hear banging going on. So it syncs with your bank accounts. Your bookkeeper can set it up. You want a bookkeeper that can do XERO or some other electronic system. And so instead of her having to manually write in all of the different accounts, it will sync, and all your bookkeeper needs to do is reconcile, press a button. So straight away, it's efficient, it's much faster. But then you can put in your budget, so what you expected to happen with all your different departments. And guys, even if it's just you and nobody else but you. Remember Michael Gerber? It was the E-Myth. If you read that book, he talks about writing out all the roles, and at the beginning, it's going to be you from chief exec to chief bottle washer and cleaner, and then later on there'll be other roles. So write out from the beginning, decide that you have different departments. So you may have an acquisition department, you may have a lettings department, you may have a finance department. So I identify all your different departments, the sales and the costs you expect, and then put them in a budget in Xero, or work with your bookkeeper to do that. And then you can see every single month where you are at against budget. And that's really useful. So you can figure out, okay, that's going well, that's not going so well. And of course, being Xero, it gives you an automatic profit and loss, it gives you an automatic balance sheet, and you can look at a number of different KPIs. So straight away, you have a fantastic financial overview of your business from the beginning. And I didn't do this, I struggled for the first couple of years where, when you work with your accountant, I had a lovely accountant. Really lovely guy, but you get your accounts back 6 months after the year end. Well, what use is that? How can I run a business that way? So I would definitely suggest, number one, hire a bookkeeper, and you want to do some kind of electronic system like Xero or similar, so you can, too many property developers, so that you can check out all of your work financially online straight away, right? I think it's time to give up. See you soon. Bye.